Alright, my fine feathered friends, hopefully it'll be smooth sailing from here on out for the rest of the show. As up next in our tertiary main event, it is Blake Virtue putting his Rising Star Championship on the line against Toronto's own son, the returning Brett Curtis. As I mentioned before, we have not seen Curtis since NGW Checkpoint England, when he was a part of the Magnificent Six ladder match, taking himself some time to try and refocus his efforts on capturing his first CMV championship, a mission he's been on, well, I mean, really since last season when he debuted at NGW. Into the start of this season when him and Michael Boone captured the NGW Tag Team titles, but attempt after attempt after attempt at the NGW Championship since has left Brett Curtis fruitless. But tonight, in front of his friends, his family, his hometown, he hopes that this will be his chance to shine once and for all. And he's definitely got the advantage over Brett Curtis, because Brett Curtis had no idea who was going to be coming his way here tonight, whereas Brett Curtis knew he was going to be the one answering the open challenge. He's been able to prepare. And he's got even longer with 5 weeks off. And I know for a fact in that time he spent it in the gym training. He looks better than he ever has. The question is, once that bell rings, will he have what it takes to get the job done? Or will this be just yet another lost opportunity? Brett Curtis earlier tonight said, "I know I'm coming out here blind. My back is most definitely going to be against the wall, but still." Here he is. He's the one that issued this open challenge. Blake Virtue, in the 5 weeks he's held that title, has proven to be a fighting champion. The next night after he won the championship, he defended it. And what was one of the best matches of this season against Antonio Baleska. And now he does it again. We good? Any lag? Can you hear me? Am I coming through clear? I hope so. I pray so. My internet connection is going to give me an aneurysm. Here we go. Rising Star Championship at stake. Brett Curtis defending against the hometown hero. I mean, that puts Blake Virtue at an even bigger disadvantage. I mean, he knew he was going to be defending against an unknown, but for it to be somebody from Toronto who's going to have this crowd on his side 100%. Brett Curtis staring across the ring at Blake Virtue, who scratches his chin like, didn't expect this. Who knows what Blake Virtue did expect. But we know at any time, anywhere, he's ready for a fight. And tonight is not going to be any different. Virtue hands the championship off to Poe. Poe shows it to Curtis, who nods his head without even looking down. Laser focus for the challenger. Curtis. Virtue for the Rising Star Championship. Let's get it on. Referee Poe rings that bell, and here we go. Virtue taken down almost immediately with that German suplex. Popped back up to his feet just as quickly. Swoops behind, waistlock. Virtue, one of his own. Got Brett Curtis trapped. Specialist. Snapmare to get out of it into a reverse chin lock. This is the first time these two are ever meeting, so they're taking it slow. I mean, for Virtue especially, doesn't want to rush into this. Virtue's been training the best that he can. But he hasn't had those tapes to study. He hasn't been able to scout out his opponent as a champion normally would heading into a situation like this. But that's the kind of disadvantage you put yourself in when you issue an open challenge. And Virtue did it on his own will. Nobody forced him to. Leg drops in the back of the head. As a fan, you respect that he's willing to come out here, put his championship on the line. But then as a, I guess, strategist, you have to imagine that is not such a good idea. Back elbow right there by Blake Virtue. To the outside, both men go. Overhand punch blocked. Hook to the jaw. Virtue back to the ring. Doesn't want any of those shenanigans at ringside. Wants to keep it a clean fight inside of the squared circle. Uh-oh. Looks like he messed up his shoulder. Don't know what the hell that was. Brett Curtis just kind of threw himself at Blake Virtue and hoped for the best. Well, it paid off, so can't really shit on it too much. And there's that Brett Curtis we are used to seeing, that egotistical, infamous one. Most times that Brett Curtis has had a championship opportunity, it's been his own cockiness that's led to his downfall. I sincerely hope that has changed, but I don't know. So far, it doesn't seem like it. I said it before, I'll say it again. Brett Curtis is a phenomenal in-ring competitor. The former NGW Tag Team Champion, but his hunt to become a singles champ has eluded him again and again and again. Dropping down to his knees. Oh, speaking of knees, one right to the gut of Virtue sends him tumbling down to the outside. And it definitely seems like Brett Curtis wants to fight ringside, but yet again, Virtue's like, nope. Not having any of that. Virtue does have a champion's advantage. He can retain an account of disqualification. So I don't know why Brett Curtis wants to fight on the outside, because he could end up screwing himself over. He's got to pin or submit Virtue to walk out as the champ. Just stomps right across the face. Seems like this crowd is starting to sour on Brett Curtis. When he came out here, they were all for it, but then they're remembering, oh yeah, it's Brett Curtis, he's an asshole. Like Virtue having a tough time though, keeping up with these specialists. We got a beautiful perfect plex. Curtis gonna follow that up. Oh, single leg takedown, okay. And you gotta know, oh! I don't think I've ever seen a kick-up actually hurt an opponent. Brett Curtis getting the heel of Virtue's boot there. Irish over to the corner. Shoulder thrust to the lower back. Curtis drops down hard to the mat. Blake Virtue starting to vamp himself up. Roll through kick to the side of the head. Curtis just falling into the corner. Move to the side of the head. Virtue took too long. Uh-oh. Now Curtis gets busted wide open. Bleeding red for Canada. Oh, Canada. Now we get a kick to the midsection. May have cracked a rib easily. With how intensely Virtue came out on there. Forearm smash. And there's the single knee. Right to the face. Out of nowhere. 1, 2. Oh. Somehow Brett Curtis able to hang on. Blake Virtue, hands on his head, but turns back around, refocusing. Super kick to the knee, gonna set up that shining wizard, but Virtue with an inverted suplex. How often do you see one of those? Now it's Virtue going to the top rope. You looking to fly? Caution the wind, body splash. Oh, a frog splash. Not exactly a 6-star frog splash, but good enough. You see, I don't know if you guys noticed, but Curtis had his foot on the bottom rope, a little bit of added leverage. Luckily, Virtue was able to get out of it even still. Both men with close calls. Virtue doing here? Super kick to the shin. Double boot stomp. And now it's Virtue who scales to the top. From the high rank district. 450 splash gets countered. Double knees by Curtis. Forearm smash. And the Rising Star champion is not looking great right now, guys. Northern Light suplex by the challenger. Briggs should try and pin. Look at that on his tippy toes. Utmost leverage he can spare. Curtis go to the top again. Another frog splash, perhaps? Indeed, no, double boot stomp this time. Slithers into the pin with haste. 1, 2. Brett Curtis can't believe it. Getting in referee Poe's face. Oh my God. Jeez. I don't know if that's so appropriate, but Brett Curtis is obviously, oh my God, bringing the energy to this match. Double bounce punch, drop kick. Ducks the clothesline, mushroom stomp. The amount of times that these two have, oh, he's gonna do it again. But Brett Curtis, I think he might have drank a couple of Red Bulls before coming out here. Good Lord. He is through the roof. But it's Blake Virtue's head that might be going through the roof with that knee. 1, 2. You can't get much closer than that. 2.99999, but Brett Curtis to the top, looking for another coup de grace. But he want to shatter both of his shins. Missing. Virtue got out of the way. Blue Thunder Bomb by the champion. 1, 2. These two for the past 2 minutes just been throwing their best shots at each other. Nothing's working. Virtue again going to try to set up the Shining Wizard. Whoa! Rebounds off the ropes into a spine buster. Well, Brett Curtis in his time off has most definitely revamped his arsenal. I don't think Blake Virtue, or anybody for that matter, was ready for it. Snake Eyes on the top rope. Lateral press. Both men bleeding. Both men covered in sweat, exhausted. Bicycle knee. Caught with a hip toss. And then a knee. Right down across the bridge of the nose. Brett Curtis could be sleeping, guys. Almost. Able to get that 3 from behind. Brett Curtis tries for a back suplex, flips out of it. Does Virtue, kick to the midsection. Irish whip into the corner. Pacing himself. A forearm smash to the throat. Jeez Louise! There's one of those vintage Blake Virtue knees. And Curtis is bleeding to not go for that alley-oop ride, but Virtue ain't holding back. He can't afford to. Hooks the leg. Will it be enough? No. Virtue. One last shot. It might be all that he has left. Exploding out of the corner. Trying to go for that neck breaker. But Brett Curtis with just a second to prepare. Just throws him overhead. Not able to scout out that back suplex neck breaker, though. A hold of the arm. Brett Curtis, forearm smash to set himself free. Throws him off the ropes. Tries to go for a wheel kick, but almost threw himself out of the gosh darn ring. Elbow to the side of the head. Jockeying for control. Where's Curtis going? Just running right past Virtue. Virtue's like, hello. Punch to the chest, and again, a third time. Jeez. Virtue has lost it, guys. His cap is blown off. He's had enough of Brett Curtis. Sit out, side slam. Hooks the leg. 1, 2. Who expected this to be a banger? I mean, Blake Virtue normally does not disappoint, especially in his championship matches. I expected it when Brett Curtis came out here. I said, this looks like the best version of himself. And I think I'm going to be right. right. Oh my God, nailed him with that pump handle Samoan drop. Curtis slamming the canvas. He can't believe he's pleading with the Lord above, saying, please, what the hell do I have to do? Clothesline out of the ring. Leg Virtue not going to give Curtis any chance to rest up either. That is 10 feet in the air. Fist drop. Curtis got out of the way. Runs back into the ring. Oh, and the specialist is bleeding bad now, guys, too. Tapping his head, saying, I'm a thinking man. I know what I'm doing. Telling Blake Virtue, you got anything left? Come in here and give it to me, buddy. Virtue going to oblige him. Face first off the top turnbuckle, knife edge chop. Turns him around. What is Virtue cooking up here? It ain't going to be nothing good. Another super kick to the shin. Another double boot stomp. Worked so well the first time. Hooks that leg. 1, 2. Virtue is starting to realize it's going to take something big to keep Brett Curtis down. Not only has he been spending these past 5 weeks training specifically for this match, but he's also in his hometown. He's got his friends, his family all watching. And it's that, if you ask me, that has been keeping him alive. Should have been beaten a long time ago, but Brett Curtis proving to not be a normal man here in this circumstance. Now it's him who's going to take the chance. Oh my God. The way his leg bent back. Oh. Both men missing those dives. I don't think either one of them are going to leave this match, no matter who wins, fully intact. They're going to have some scars for the rest of their lives to remember this one by. Irish whip to the corner. Leg Virtue, another forearm smash to the throat. Virtue keeps going to the well, using what works. That can also come at a detriment, though. Curtis going to start realizing what Virtue's bringing to the table, what he uses. Changing it up a bit with that vertical suplex, just releasing him in the air. 1, 2. Virtue on his knees, hands on his hips, deep breathing. If he's running on anything, it's fumes. The third time's the charm, they say, but countered again. Virtue continues to come back to that shining wizard, but it's obvious that Brett Curtis has got it 100% scouted out. Decided to strike a pose. That gives Virtue his chance. Stomps to the chest. You know, Virtue's a very prideful man. I don't think he likes the way that Curtis is toying with him in this match. 1, 2. Tries to throw a knee to the lower back. Curtis gets out of the way by the skin of his teeth, walking right into Virtue's grasp. Up against the ropes. Slingshotted back towards the center of the ring. Virtue's starting to change up his pace late into this match. He's becoming more diabolical, if you will. Starting to really just go off on Brett Curtis. Those stomps to the chest, the slingshot. Now he's just pulling apart his wrist, wrenching back. Just looking for any sort of opening, guys. He is ripping Brett Curtis apart right now. Every single exposed limb viable. Curtis takes it with a pinch of salt. Back and forth they go, tit for tat. Back elbow by the champion. Runs up to the top rope, take 2. Will it pay off better this time? Elbow stamp! Oh my God! How did Virtue's elbow not go right through his head? I think he caught him right in the cut as well. Curtis back into the ring first, but that doesn't stop Virtue from catching him with that snake eyes. desperately hooks the leg, hoping, praying it'll be enough, but it's not. You talk about what's keeping Curtis afloat. You have to wonder, how much more does Blake Virtue have left to give, guys? He doesn't have the benefit of being in his hometown. He doesn't have the benefit of having his friends and his family in the front row cheering him on. He doesn't have the benefit of all those weeks training getting ready. Hip toss, knee, and that's why you gotta respect the Rising Star champion, who is also starting to bleed profusely now. There's gonna be a lot of stitching going up after the show. This has been a bloody pay-per-view. Third time, Blake Virtue with the single knee to the chest, launching Curtis into the turnbuckles. What's this? Holding his boot to Curtis's throat. That's just disrespectful. And Virtue with a bit of swag in his walk. Here he goes again. This didn't work so well the first time, but he gets it. The neck breaker, middle of the ring, hooks the leg. 1, 2. Oh my God. Blake Virtue. The look on his face says it all. He looked at his own hands. He said, what do I have left to give? What is there I can do? And that's what both men have to be thinking. Cutthroat. Oh. Dropping Curtis. No remorse. Down onto the knee. Picked up into a seated position. Now going to grab him by the tights. Lifting reverse DDT. Blake Virtue, I think, has caught his second win, guys. Going after the arm. Forearm smash coming out of left field by Curtis, though. Throws a kick. Gets a knee. Over the shoulders. Samoan driver. 1, 2. Come on. What the? Sudden roll up by Brett Curtis. Will he steal it? Is he going to steal it? Oh my God. In the blink of an eye, Brett Curtis almost becoming the new Rising Star champion. Blake Virtue retaking control. Another lifting reverse DDT. Dragged by the arm, the limp carcass of Brett Curtis getting stomped in. Blake Virtue does not care. Got the heart of a warrior right now. I'm not too sure what he's doing here. Maybe a bit too much blood loss, guys. Oh, now he's pandering to these fans. You haven't won the match yet, though, Virtue. Brett Curtis beginning to stir. That's exactly why you can't take your eyes off of your opponent, not even for a second. Not even to pay respect to your fans, because now Brett Curtis, just like that, has found his opening. Whatever he keeps going for, though. Virtue! He's finally got it off the rope! Shining Wizard! 1, 2. Okay. Brett Curtis has got a new fan in me. Win or lose at this point, I don't care. I am impressed with Brett Curtis, who is willing to give his blood, guys. Look at him. Covered in his own blood. Like a stuck pig. It's just pouring all over his entire body. And Virtue, just like the great white, great white shark in the ocean circling him. He smells that blood. He's going in for the kill. Wrapping his arm right around Brett Curtis's throat. Curtis, the blood in his eyes, somehow staying afloat, but he's beginning to drip into the deep end. His head is going out of the water, and Blake Virtue, the Samoan driver, once more may deliver him the win. And every single time Brett Curtis kicks out, there's like a new level of look on Blake Virtue's face, like he is astonished. Virtue gonna go for another elbow stamp. Yes, he is. No! I think it went for a cross body there, but Curtis able to get out of the way. Not of that hot shot, though. Hanging him up to dry. Back suplex face buster. Once in the ring, stomp to the middle of the back. Stomp onto the ribs to the lower back again. Right to the face. Hammerlock. Grabbing the other wrist. Look at how he just wrenches back. Joint manipulation at its finest. The knee right across the kidneys just for added effect. Stomp, forearm smash. Kick to the midsection. The suplex release slam. 1, 2. Points like this in a match, guys, that I don't even really know what to say anymore. What can I say to give this match justice? Truly bloody justice. Brett Curtis coming out of nowhere with that bicycle knee. Hang on a minute. 1, 2, 3. My heart. That got me on the edge of my seat. Grabs the hair, lifting Virtue to his feet. Blood is everywhere. To the top he goes, looking to deliver that double boot stomp. But Virtue said 1 and done, fam. I already felt it once. I don't need it again. Oh my God. Shotgun dropkick. We really need more knees. The knee party. 1, 2. Yet another knee. Brett Curtis able to find a way to escape that one. See, this is what I'm talking about, man. Brett Curtis, every single time he's got the chance to win the match, he decides to do something like that. Sit outside slam again. Into the corner he goes. Hardly able to stand. Poised. Neckbreaker. Curtis throwing him overhead. Using his own momentum against him. Samoan drop. Look how Virtue just not even a second does he stay down. Just instantaneously begins to try and get back up. But Curtis is not intent on giving him a chance to rest. Leg drop to the back of the head. Bicycle knee, Virtue dropping to the canvas, lifeless. 1, 2, 3. Looks to his friends, his family in the front row. Turns back, eyes narrowed. Virtue with a proper sharpshooter. A proper sharpshooter now in Toronto. But Curtis says, I am absolutely not going to lose to a sharpshooter here in my hometown of Toronto, Canada. Irish whip. Went for a super kick? Not too sure what that was. Not too sure what that was either. Like a pendulum face buster? Looks like he was going for a pendulum backward and then just said, fuck it. Just threw Curtis back. I think that's the point we've reached in this match, the fuck it stage. Where these two are just going to throw everything at the wall to see if it sticks. Because nothing has yet. Oh, come on, Virtue. This is just dastardly. bloodying the entire ring. That top turnbuckle painted a crimson red. Virtue backs into the corner, contemplating what to do next. With those precious few seconds, Bret Curtis attempts to utilize his advantage, but instead leads to another Shining Wizard. 1, 2, what? Virtue hitting the mat in anger. Curtis is just dead weight at this point, though, making it impossible for Virtue to lift him up. And look how Curtis says, "Come on! This is all you're bringing to the table, baby?" Blue Thunder Bomb. Blake Virtue doesn't even go for the pin after it. Not content. Now it's Blake Virtue who says, "Bring it on." Something's got to give, right, guys? Something's got to give in this match. One of these guys has got to be beaten at some point, and Bret Curtis decides it's time to bend the rules. Using the leverage of the ropes to try and steal this one. That gets Blake Virtue heated. Runs right into that German suplex. Counters the Irish whip out onto the apron. Oh, man. Blake Virtue trying to outdo Bret Curtis at his own game. But will that be what finally costs him the match? 1, 2. The amount of blood that's been spilled in this match would probably be enough to fill an entire human body at this point. Both of these men almost unrecognizable. Come on, Virtue. I mean, if you're Poe, how have you not called this match off yet? Someone answer me that. Shoots the half. Blake Virtue hooks the leg. 1, 2, 3, guys. And finally, after literally bashing Bret Curtis's face in, Blake Virtue is able to retain the Rising Star Championship. Good God. Good God. How Blake Virtue is still standing is beyond me, but Bret Curtis, on his own merit, walks to the back. An unsuccessful championship attempt, but Curtis should not be hanging his head in shame. Well, believe it or not, guys, we have still got some more action to come here at NGW Checkpoint Toronto after that clinic we just witnessed, because up next in our co-main event, we are finally going to find out who's going to homebound in 5 weeks' time over Ascendance Weekend to challenge Sonny Octave for the NGW Women's Championship. Will it be Danielle Davis or will it be Piper Fox? And up next after this in our main event, Dante Tatum will defend his NGW Championship against the odds in a triple threat against the former Misfits, Joseph Santos and Tenor. But what a night it has been already here, guys. Thanks for sticking around despite the technical difficulties we had before. I hope everything has been going smoothly, although the quality had to take a bit of a dip after the stream is over. Hopefully I can figure out a way to find out what's going on and get it fixed by tomorrow. But anyhow, let's not wait any longer. Sonny Octave is on the edge of her seat. Who's she meeting in 5 weeks? Danielle Davis, who for months has been trying to get herself recognized as a legitimate threat towards the NGW Women's Championship. And it was a few weeks ago that she was supposed to go one-on-one with NGW Women's Champion Sunny Octave in an on-title match. But that was the night that Piper Fox returned after 3 months on the shelf. Ken Donahue adding her to the match to make it a triple threat. Piper Fox would pin her arch rival Sunny Octave in that match, which everybody thought, well, okay, Piper Fox, the former champion, never got a rematch for her title. Now she just pinned the champion. Obviously, she's the number one contender, but Danielle Davis said, no way. I deserve a chance to prove that I deserve that championship match. And Ken Donahue said, fine, I'll give you that opportunity right here in Toronto. The spotlight and all eyes are on Danielle Davis tonight. Will she overcome the odds and punch her ticket to homebound against a woman who has been hailed as not just the greatest female competitor in NGW's history, but in CMV's entirety, the former NGW Women's Champion, a woman who fought back from a nasty neck injury. 3 months she was gone, but now she is back and she is looking to reclaim what she still feels is hers. The NGW Women's Championship, never got a rematch for it. And in her first night back, she pinned Sunny Octave in that triple threat, instantly leading many in the NGW universe to say, well, Piper Fox, she's coming for that championship. She's coming for Sunny Octave, the woman who put her on the shelf. But in order to do so, she's got to get past Danielle Davis. Everybody in their mama putting their chips on Piper Fox here in this one, and for good reason. Danielle Davis, an unproven rookie. Davis only been around maybe 5.5, 6 months in the NGW women's division. In that time, she's had some great matches. She's picked up some stellar victories, but I mean, she's nowhere near the status of Piper Fox. But if she wins here tonight, she may excel that status. Sunny Octave watching from the back in her own personal locker room, I know, waiting intently. Powerbomb reversal there by Piper Fox early on doesn't bode well for Double D. We know that Sunny Octave would more than likely prefer Piper Fox at homebound. The two have fought time and time again. Sunny Octave has beaten Piper Fox multiple times. She knows she can beat Piper Fox, whereas her and Danielle Davis have never gone one-on-one before. That would be a new challenge, perhaps a new challenge that Sunny Octave does not want to face with her championship on the line. What is this? Oh my God, Frankensteiner by Piper Fox. What are we, just a little over a minute into this match? Love this look on Piper, by the way. Danielle Davis, too. Ain't about the looks, though. Once that bell rings, it's about the skill. Both these gals have it. One of them is just going to want it more. Everybody wants to see the conclusion to the back and forth between Sunny Octave and Piper Fox that's been ongoing all season long. But there's one person who doesn't, and that's Danielle Davis. Irish whip to the corner. Oh, taking a bump. This is the body splash kick to the midsection, though. Danielle Davis makes up for it. Sweep and a moonsault. Grabbed by the hair, pulled up to a vertical base, kick to the knee, and then a kick right to the jaw. Piper Fox, since returning, some have said is better than ever. And I most definitely can see that, but remember, she did take a loss a few weeks ago to China Sage. Albeit it was a 5-star, instant classic, and Piper Fox didn't go down easily, but still showing vulnerability that Danielle Davis is most definitely going to try to capitalize on here in this one. Leg drop to the back of the head. Now Danielle Davis going to go up high. What's she gonna throw out at Piper Fox here? Will it pay off? Ooh, an homage to her, well, her former best friend, Ashley Rain, going for the rainbow salt. Piper Fox face down out of the knee. Big boot to the side of the head. Wheel kick. How about that combo, bringing it all together smoothly? Danielle Davis, the underdog without a shadow of a doubt. What we've seen before many times in CMV's history, the underdog coming out on top. Calf kick. Irish whip. Piper Fox off the ropes. Leapfrog. Tries to go for another leapfrog, but Piper Fox says, I don't think so. Powerbomb with some oomph behind it. Almost put her right through the goddamn canvas. Kick to the back just seems to piss Danielle Davis off. Charges, but gets caught with a stun gun. Chest first, down onto the top rope. High kick, gonna knock Davis into the corner, and Piper Fox with a tornado DDT. Middle of the ring, hooks that leg. 1, 2. Ooh, got a bit overzealous myself. Thought that was gonna be a 2 count, but no, more like 1.99999. Jawbreaker by Double D. The distance created. Davis closes it. Irish whip into the corner. Coming up from behind with a forearm smash. Piper Fox with a kick to the midsection, though. Going to throw Danielle Davis face first into the top turnbuckle. Hopefully, some ringside crew got down there and wiped off all the blood from the last match between Brett Curtis and Blake Virtue. Reverse chinlock by Piper. I think these two very evenly matched in terms of their in-ring ability. I think Piper Fox surely has an edge when it comes to striking. And we've seen Danielle Davis in this match try to avoid it, especially those knees of Piper Fox. And I think that Danielle Davis might have a bit of an edge when it comes to the athleticism. But look at that, she just got unceremoniously chucked to the outside, hitting her back on the apron on the way down. And it's Piper Fox in the ring, kind of telling Danielle Davis, come on, if you got anything left, bring it to me. Davis on all fours, huffing and puffing, but she gets to her feet. She fights through the pain. Piper Fox doesn't like it, comes to collect. Danielle Davis beats her back into the ring. Super kick to the knee. Piper Fox, Shining Wizard, following up on Blake Virtue from the last match. 1, 2. Not going to be that easy, though, to go to homebound. Where Sunny Octave awaits with the NGW Women's Championship in tow. Piper Fox looking to put Danielle Davis to sleep. Able to escape, though, and drop down behind. What's she doing here? Off the ropes. Oh, woo! Definitely saw some spit go flying. I think I even seeked a tooth flying to the front row. Hooks the leg, but only gets a 1 count. Danielle Davis saying, I'll show you some knees. That kick to the back, not doing much good. Clotheslining Danielle Davis right out of the ring, but Piper Fox not stopping there, guys. 10 feet to the outside of the ring. Fox is perched, flying over Danielle Davis with an attempted wheel kick. Danielle Davis is still asleep on her feet, though. Comes back to life, sliding into the ring, waiting for Piper Fox. Tried to throw a forearm smash. Fox, though, with a snap German suplex. Stomp to the back of the head. Knee right down onto the face. Picks her up into the seated position. Neck crank by the former NGW Women's Champion. Hooks the leg. 1, 2. A little over 4 months ago that we were supposed to see Sunny Octave versus Piper Fox for the NGW Women's Championship. But we all know what happened that night. Kelsey Hayes attacked Sunny Octave, incapacitating her. So instead, it was Melissa Lombardi who challenged Piper Fox for the Women's Championship. Fox retained, but then was cashed in on by Ashley Rain, who utilized that Magnificent Six contract of hers to become the new Women's Champion. And because of her neck injuries inflicted on her by Sunny Octave, Piper Fox was forced to spend 3 months on the shelf before coming back earlier this month with a vengeance. And in the process, completely screwed Danielle Davis's opportunities for the Women's Championship. Stratisfaction. Shout out to one of the all-time greats. Rope-assisted bulldog, and now going after the arm. Snapping it right over the knee. Piper Fox can't afford to play nice. And she goes to the top rope again. I'm not too sure what that was. A clothesline, I think? Danielle Davis with the wherewithal to roll to the outside so she can't be pinned, can't be submitted. However, referee Poe begins his count. Danielle Davis waiting. Punch to the pec. Elbow right to the side of the head. Oh, responds in kind. Danielle Davis wise to get back into the ring. Yelling right in Piper's face. Saying, I'm not afraid of you, but maybe she should be. Another shining wizard. That knee almost taking Double D's jaw right off. And look at this Dragon Sleeper. Doesn't look like Piper Fox has all of it, though. Enough of it. Danielle Davis able to escape, however. A little bit of leeway she used to her advantage. Snap German suplex, a bridge to pin. Very, very, very close, but no cigar. Piper Fox with her hands on her hips. She's starting to tire out. She knows she has to put this one away right here, right now. Another attempt at the GTS, but again, Danielle Davis is able to escape. Drop to hold. And Davis tried to go for the AA. Reverse DDT, though, by Fox. And now Piper is looking to work off the energy of this NGW crowd, who are on fire in Toronto. Shoulder thrust to the midsection, rolls back. Whoa, are we gonna get the vintage Piper combo? Back elbow. Danielle Davis wobbles out to the center of the ring. Kick to the knee, shining wizard Lumino takes. Boots the leg. 1, 2. But Danielle Davis survives with a millisecond to spare. The glow. Pertinent here tonight at NGW Checkpoint Toronto. Danielle Davis getting the fight of her career. All for a shot at the NGW Women's Championship in 5 weeks at Homebound over Ascendance Weekend. Piper Fox, there she goes. Feeling very froggy throughout this match. She's going for here. Ooh, missile drop kick. Evaded. Danielle Davis tried to throw a kick. Piper Fox with that instinct to get out of the way, though. Not of that forearm smash, it would seem. Irish over to the corner. Oh, man. Danielle Davis, I think, just smacked her face off of the middle turnbuckle. And Piper Fox, we know she rarely ever goes for this. Only when she's desperate. The cross-face chicken wing is locked in. Will Danielle Davis stop? Piper Fox not letting her go. But Davis refuses, and Fox has no choice but to release the hold. She doesn't have anything left. But I think Danielle Davis may have passed out from the pain, guys. Piper Fox hooks the leg, and it's going to Homebound. Danielle Davis refused to tap, but passing out from the pain, and Piper Fox is going to Homebound. What a match. And Danielle Davis, who is now back to her feet, not holding a grudge. What a match that was. And a huge sign of respect from Piper Fox. The heart of Danielle Davis not allowing her to submit. She would have rather passed out, and she did. And now it's set. Piper Fox starting on tape for the NGW Women's Championship in 5 weeks at Homebound. Well, it is now time for our main event of the evening here at NGW Checkpoint Toronto, guys. It has been a hell of a night so far. A lot of ups, a lot of downs, but we've reached the end of the line. And will it be exactly that for Dante Tatum and his NGW Championship reign as the Catalyst defends against Joseph Santos and Tenra in a triple threat match. A triple threat match where Tatum will not even have to be involved in the decision to lose his champion. Santos could pin Tenra. Tenra could submit Santos, and either one of them could become the champion. Something that Dante Tatum learned firsthand at Homecoming when he was the one pinned in that Fatal 4-Way match for the International Championship. Champion Pierre Thompson lost his title without even being the one pinned. And that is exactly what Dante Tatum must face right here tonight. But if anybody is willing to do so, it is the heart and soul of NGW, the workhorse of CMV, who has not just been competing week in, week out on NGW, but Supremacy as well. Just qualifying for the Elimination Chamber match at Purgatory earlier this week on Supremacy. And here he is, just a couple of days later, ready to step into the ring and tear it up as he always does. But the bigger story may be that between Joseph Santos and Tenra, the former Misfits, former best friends and NGW Tag Team Champions turned bitter rivals. Joseph Santos turning on Tenra months ago, saying, "I'm sick and tired of you dragging me down. I was the one pulling all the weight in the Misfits while you sat back and watched." Santos said, "I had enough of it, and it's time that I go out on my own and prove to everyone that I'm the star." Saying once he wins the championship tonight, there will be a new regime in NGW. It'll be renamed NGW TV, starring NGW champion Joseph Santos. And we've seen how ruthless Santos can be, costing Tenra the NGW championship a couple of weeks ago out of pure jealousy. Remember, it was Tenra that beat Santos inside of a steel cage to earn #1 contendership. But when Tenra was facing Dante Tatum for the title, Joseph Santos came out, low-blowed Tenra, and that allowed Dante Tatum to retain. Well, Joseph Santos, everything he's done these last few months culminate here in Toronto. This is the whole reason that he kicked Tenra to the side for this very opportunity right here. And you can just instantly hear, look at how Joseph Santos is like, "Shut up," because everybody is a Tenra fan here in Toronto. The mustache man. I mean, just look at the guy. How can you not love him? And then even further than that, you respect his tenacity, unwilling to just lay down and let Joseph Santos run all over him. After the initial attack by Santos, Tenra was forced to lay out for a few weeks, but he came back. He came back, and even after a loss to Santos in England, the very next night on NGW, beating Santos inside of a steel chair to earn a shot. Inside of a steel chair? Inside of a steel cage, excuse me. A steel chair. They were inside of it. Beating Joseph Santos inside of a steel cage to earn that one-on-one match with Dante Tatum. But again, Joseph Santos just not allowing Tenra to have that success. It ate away at Santos, and so he cost Tenra the match. And Dante Tatum is the one caught in the middle of all of this. The catalyst, the heart and soul, the spark plug of NGW, the NGW champion. A man willing to take a fight anytime, anywhere, and no matter who it's against. 5 weeks ago in England, he survived the Cage of Horrors against Josep Ali Vota. And now here he is, showing no fear as he enters a match essentially designed to give him as little of a chance as possible of walking out still NGW champion. And 1 week from tonight, he's set to step inside of an elimination chamber. Dante Tatum is a man that just thrives in these types of situations. He loves it. He loves having his back against the wall, facing these challenges and overcoming them most of all. No countouts, no disqualifications, first fall to a finish. Joseph Santos, Tenra, Dante Tatum, main event of NGW Checkpoint Toronto for the NGW Championship. Poe rings the bell and let's go. Dante Tatum immediately taking out Joseph Santos with a Hurricane Rana as Tenra doing God knows what in the corner there. Santos responds with a dragon screw. Kick to the chest and hang on a minute. A mini Misfits reunion? Well, that didn't last very long. I've heard some people say that, Dante Tatum might actually have the best chance of winning this match because he can capitalize on that bad blood between Joseph Santos and Tenra. The hatred they have for each other, they're going to be focused on one another rather than Dante Tatum, but perhaps he could try and sneak in and make off with the victory, which I think is a very good point, but I'd hope that with the title on the line, all three of these men know what's more important. Punch to the top of the head. Now we got a forearm smash to the jaw. Kick to the midsection. Spinning soul kick. I've also heard some people say, oh, there goes Poe. First bump of the match. And, geez, Tenra. Lucky there's no disqualifications. Otherwise, this one might be over. Just blatantly attacking the ref. The calf kick may have been a mistake, but I don't know how you could excuse the senton. As I was saying, though, I've seen some people murmuring about how, Dante Tatum is a bit of an asshole, if you will. Excuse me. I know this is a Christian family show. Because he pinned Tenra after Joseph Santos low-blowed him. But, Dante Tatum, he's got to be willing to do whatever he has to retain his championship. He's not the one that, told Joseph Santos to come out there and interfere. But wait a minute! Look what Santos brought to the party! Brass knuckles, no disqualification. And this match may be over right there, if not for Dante Tatum breaking the pin. Springboard something. Tenra still recovering from the brass knuck shot. And Tatum, again, we were just talking about it. People saying, it's a bit of a dick move for him to have pinned Tenra after Santos hit him with a low blow. But look at that right there. Tenra hit him with Santos hit Tenra with the brass knucks. Tatum's taking advantage. That's what you got to do. Tatum's not the one that hit him with the brass knucks, but hey, the opportunity presents itself. Joseph Santos back into the ring. You had to know Santos wasn't just going to walk into this match, and play fair. Of course he hid brass knuckles in his freaking tights. Dick Knucks. Is that a new nickname for Joseph Santos? Dick Knucks? The Rat, though, as I not so affectionately refer to him as. Keeping the pressure on Tenra. Clothesline again. Ducks Tenra's clothesline. Super kick. Dante Tatum takes just a second to recognize these fans in attendance, but that second may catch up with him here. Joseph Santos rejects the forearm smash. Kick to the midsection. What do we hear? A cross. Oh! A taste of your own medicine. A kick right to where the sun don't shine. Santos ain't happy. Trying to go for a choke slam. Forearm smash up against the ropes. Dante Tatum dunks him out of the ring. Tatum responds and just watch as over the top rope the NGW champion goes. The fans chanting, "This is awesome." Most definitely it is. And that is what you can expect every single Dante Tatum match. Something new, something fresh, something you've never seen before. Tenra trying to hulk himself up. Dante Tatum blindside him with that lifting reverse DDT. 1, 2. Only a 2 count though. Grabs the bandana, but Tenra lying in wait with a jawbreaker. Kicks to the midsection. Gets caught. Trip up. Joseph Santos still down as once again We get an homage to the city we're live from, sharpshooter here in Toronto. What's Joseph Santos doing? He better break that up. He's trying. Dante Tatum's got like a force field activated or something though. Santos just friggin' chucking Tatum down as he went for that flying forearm smash. And then a big push. What incredible offense by Joseph Santos. Santos doesn't come out here to be flashy for anybody though. He does what he has to do to win. Like daggers digging into the back of the NGW champion. An aggressive lateral press pin. Only gets a 1 count for the Rat. He relishes in his own handiwork. Doesn't see Tenra getting back into the ring. Geez, just kicked Dante Tatum right in the face. Gonna do it a couple more times. 3 in a row as a matter of fact. Goes after the arm of Joseph Santos now. Forearm smash. Waiting for him, clothesline right out of the ring. And see, that's what I'm talking about. Joseph Santos should have turned and focused on Dante Tatum. Instead, he takes a huge risk by jumping off the top rope for that fish drop. Luckily for him, it paid off, but it could have very easily gone very bad. Bangerang by Tatum. Floats over, hooks the leg. 1, 2. Only a 2 count. Tatum. Look at it, rip Joseph Santos' arm off, it would seem. Pulls back on the shoulder. And now hooks the leg. Will that devastating maneuver be enough for Dante Tatum to retain the NGW Championship? Note, will not Tenra beginning to move around here in front of the announce table after taking that fish drop. Santos just tried to go low. Dante hit it. I don't think so. Rolling sunset flip powerbomb. Tatum can't pin though. Tenra reeling him into a front headlock. Scoop slam, denied. Tatum with the clothesline, drop toe hold. Is Dante Tatum gonna dial it up? He is! 619! The Tiger Fink kick busting Tenra wide open. Shades of Ace Reeves earlier tonight. Oh, and there's the low blow! The low blow! I guess Dante Tatum knew better though. He must be wearing a cup. But it didn't really seem to affect him all that much. It affected Joseph Santos even worse, as a matter of fact. He's now fallen to the outside as a swinging neckbreaker from Tenra. Very well may crown him the new NGW champion. Not quite just yet. Tenra backing into the corner though, and we've seen this before from the mustached man. The handspring Pele kick. Tatum now has seen it as well. Able to narrowly avoid it. One smash Dante Tatum DDT onto the apron, and that may eliminate Tenra from the rest of this match. Joseph Santos back into the ring. They lock up, collar and elbow. Santos able to push him off, gets the better, and a big push into the pin. 1, 2, only a 2 count. Sweep by Tatum. Stop. Right down onto the face, and now delivering some nasty knees, one after the other, to the head, back to back again and again. And I guess I was wrong. Tenra fighting back after that DDT on the apron, able to break up that half camel clutch. Headlock, arm wrench, leg drop, right to the inside of the bicep. And now hooks the leg on Joseph Santos. How good would it feel for Tenra to win the championship by pinning Joseph Santos, but only a 2 count. Mega kick to the back. Joseph Santos to his feet. Tenra is quicker though. Irish whip into the corner. Big old drop kick evaded. Oh my God! The bookend by Santos. But what's he going for now? High knee, should have gone for the pin when he had the chance, but he's more intent on inflicting damage on Tenra. Dante Tatum back into the ring just as Tenra slides Santos through the ropes. Hangman's DDT, now he's busted open. Dante Tatum the only one who's clean. Drop toe hold. Is it Tenra's turn to dial it up? No, I guess not. There we go. Now Dante Tatum's bleeding. This may be the bloodiest pay-per-view in CMV history, guys. Has there been a single match where there wasn't any blood? I mean, the women's matches, but other than that, I don't think so. Kick to the back. Look at these high kicks by Tenra. Big kick to the lower back. And Joseph Santos just lying there waiting. 1, 2. Punch to the side of the head. Gets an elbow to the gut instead. Turn around. Oh! Bulldog. As Santos, well acquainted with the canvas, makes the pin. Dante Tatum senses it. Can he break it up in time, though? Oh, my Lord. Imagine watching your championship fall away right in front of you. Right before your very eyes. Dante Tatum tries to go low. Tenra gets off a kick to the ribs, though. Corkscrew neck breaker. Hang on a minute. Joseph Santos just throwing his arm over Tatum, trying to make the pin. Tenra noticing it. Not going to let that happen. And Tenra! Oh my God! The Brainbuster down onto the knee! 1, 2, 3! Tenra! Tenra is the new NGW champion! He did it! The Mustache Man did it! Against the odds, Tenra is the new NGW champion. Can you believe it? Who would have expected that Tenra would come out of this as the new NGW? It brings a tear to your eye. A feel-good moment. A feel-good moment. Well-deserved. Congratulations to Tenra. Well, guys, thank you, as always, for tuning in and watching along with me. If you like what you saw, make sure you drop a follow so that you know when I go live, the next time of which will be tomorrow night for the Fallout on NGW TV. And we continue on the road to Ascendance 7. 1 week from right here tonight, too, as well as Purgatory, the final stop before it is a clean shot right to Ascendance weekend, including homebound Ascendance Days 1 and Days 2. But for now, I hope you have a lovely rest of your Sunday night, and I will see you when I see you. Bye.